Rapper Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times in a California prison and rushed to a hospital.
Now, we all know how people get with conspiracy theories. And is it a coincidence that when Tory's team was coming out with new evidence that supports his life being innocent and he should be free from jail, a day or two or a couple days after he's been stabbed 14 times? Now, somebody got to wish that man good luck because his life has not been easy, is not easy, and it doesn't look like it's going to get easier over the next couple of months. The Burning Coast channel, where we hit y'all with the facts that burn. Don't forget to subscribe.
Officials say that attack happened Monday morning at California's State Correctional Institution. Lanez is currently serving 10 years for shooting Thee Stallion in 2020. His lungs collapsed after that attack, but his team says he's now breathing on his own and he's in good spirits. The motive for this attack is unclear. An investigation is now underway. Lanez's team thanked fans for their prayers and support.
Before we start this video, we must go into the background of everything. One, Tory Lanez has never been somebody of peace. Even before he got famous, he was always coming after celebrities, whether it was Drake or anybody else. He's always been involved in some type of act of violence. And Meg has always been somebody that has been very bold and loud about her lifestyle. Even though everybody's trying to turn a new leaf right now, these are who these people have been prior to this event taking place. So we get to this collision. And Tory, along with Meg being shot in the foot, was also accused of 3 other things, and one of those things was having in his possession an illegal, fully armed weapon, which nobody likes to talk about, because even though he did not shoot Megan, he will still be in trouble for being in possession of something that is illegal for somebody that is not an American citizen, happening on an American soil. If they don't like you already, that's your fault, but you didn't obey the law to begin with.
If Thee Stallion does not end up getting the very same sentence that was given to Tory Lanez, there is no justice system. I don't want a cancellation of Thee Stallion. I don't want her to lose her career. No. I want her to get the exact same treatment that Tory Lanez got. Not just in the last 2 years where he has been incarcerated, wrongfully incarcerated, for something that your own best friend did as a reaction and a response to your own messed up relationship with her. I want you to get the career gone. I want you to get the blackballing from the industry. I want you to get the 10 years plus in that jail cell. That's what I want. That's fair. That's fair.
Everybody will have a side. You cannot switch over, and you cannot make people switch over depending on the stories that you tell them, because everybody is going to support who they like and who they believe is right. The one thing that we cannot say is a lie is that Megan got shot or bullet fragments were involved when it comes to her being hurt in this whole incident. And that's what makes this case so hard, because even though I am not on anybody's side, and even though Meg has lied in the past, her stance on this issue has been the same. She claims in the morning, in the night, when she's sad, when she's happy, when she's funny, when she's angry, she claims that Tory Lanez shot her. Until today, I have not heard Tory Lanez say he did not shoot her. Because if Meg got shot, who shot her? Is either Tory or Kelsey or a ghost. And there is only one person that can hold a gun and shoot somebody, right? But everybody will stick to their opinion until this world ends. Now, Tory's team claims that Kelsey is the one that shot the gun, and that he chose to take the fall for her, which by itself is stupid, because I am not taking the fall to spend multiple years of my life in prison because I feel bad for you. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you take the fall for somebody and spend this number of years in jail just to keep quiet, and then now that you have new evidence coming out, which nobody really knows the evidence yet, now that we have new evidence coming out, now you want to start talking? Why didn't you talk at the beginning? Why put yourself through this issue because somebody is trying to be protected? Can't you say that it wasn't you that did it, especially when you're on the verge of losing your life? So if Tory did not do it, and I'm not saying that he did, all I'm saying is that the evidence that he has put forth, combined with all other things that have happened within that time frame, does not go well in his favor. And I am not being biased. I am being truthful to what is in front of me. And this just leads me to one case. If he's not going to outrightly deny the fact that Megan is lying against him, then that means that in some way he is guilty. He may not have been the one or the only one to shoot Megan, or he may not have been the one that shot Megan, but in some way he is guilty. And the fact of the matter is this: even if he gets released, even though this case works out in his favor, he is going to take some type of blame. The problem is he wants to leave and be completely innocent. But that cannot happen because 3 people were involved and nobody is trying to point a finger at who shot her. And this is where Tory gets the fall because it is his gun.
But I'm just going to clear up some things for y'all in lamest terms because I know it's hard for y'all to comprehend. First, I'm going to start off with Megan lied about 2 things. She lied about stepping in glass when the police first approached them. It was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. There's 4 black people in Calabasas. If she tells the police that this man just shot her, how do you think that would have turned out? Okay, she was trying to protect Tory. She went to the hospital. I don't know if y'all know this. A doctor pulled out the bullet fragments. She was shot, right? Okay. Second thing she lied about was she said that she didn't sleep with Tory on Gayle King's show. But when it came time for her to tell the truth in court under oath, she told the truth. That's what matters. Y'all constantly say, y'all still run off the narrative that she was never shot. Oh, let's backtrack. First, Tory says she was never shot. And y'all run with that. She was never shot. She stepped in glass. And then he says he says Kelsey didn't shoot her, right? But y'all still point the finger at Kelsey. And then he turns around and say, well, Megan was shot, but I didn't do it. Kelsey did it, right? How does it go from she wasn't shot, she was shot, and Kelsey did? And y'all just okay with that? Y'all okay with him changing his tune? And then y'all would always say, why wouldn't she just say who shot her? Or why didn't she post her foot or anything like that? She got on live months after the situation happened and said, Tory shot me. You know you shot me. She also posted her feet. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I don't understand why y'all act like this didn't happen. Another thing y'all constantly say, he didn't have gunshot residue on his hands. Yes, he did.
He's the one that's in possession of an illegal firearm. So when somebody is in possession of your own firearm and you do not want to say who used it, by default, you get to carry the responsibility of somebody that owns that. I know everybody wants to be loyal, but you can be loyal to your own grave. Because now, even Chris Brown has been arrested a few days after saying that Tory Lanez should be set free. And Chris Brown is not innocent either. But the point is, if you're saying somebody should be set free after they've been put in jail by a court, I'm not even saying that the justice system is fair. But the justice system wants a scapegoat. And if you provide yourself a free scapegoat without trying to prove your innocence, without taking the stand to say that you are innocent and you did not do it, and if you did not do it, point out who did it, we can't expect everything to just work out in one's favor because we wish it to. I'm not a big fan of any of these 2 people, but if I'm to look at the facts, who else will take the fall? 3 of them were drunk. Everybody is saying one thing or the other. It took 2 years for this to come out, even though everybody that was there knew what exactly happened 2 years ago. Everybody should make up their mind and just tell the truth. But do you know why the truth does not want to be told? It's because everybody wants to get away scot-free without their record or their reputation being impacted. But that is not possible. You can't have both. You either expose or you get hurt. And as you get, and even if you expose, you will still be partially hurt. Nobody's gonna come out scot-free, because at the end of the day, there's only one person that's suffering, regardless of whether he chooses to say the whole thing or not, and that's Tory Lanez, because he's the one that almost lost his life. Now, who knows what's happening in jail? For me, only God knows what's happening in jail, because I don't know what's going on in jail. I don't know why he got stabbed 4 times. I don't know why he would put himself in that issue, but let's not act like Tory Lanez has not been one to be of a violent nature before. But that doesn't change the fact that this was also done 2 years ago. And everybody must come to the same conclusion. Or this case will just keep on going and going and going. And at the end of the day, only Tory Lanez's time is being wasted. So, if I was them, or if I was his team, I would just say who was the one that was responsible for the shooting. I may not say it to the public because it's not the public's business, but at least in a court hearing, there's no way I'm taking the fall for something that I did not do, especially when I don't care. The Burning Coals. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you share.